Hey there, cats and kittens. My name is Alonda Carter, and I am the recovering Hunbot. I create anti-MLM, that's anti-multi-level marketing videos, and on occasion, I dip my toes into true crime. But if you think about it, isn't multi-level marketing criminal? The last video I did about the women's gifting table included ways to manifest your gift. And at the time, I didn't have page 13, but guess what? I now do. So today's video, we're going to go over more ways that you can manifest your gift. If you haven't watched the docuseries Murder on Middle Beach, I suggest you do it. It's really, really good. Madison Hamburg is the son of Barbara Hamburg. Barbara was part of the gifting table scheme, and she was murdered on March 3rd of 2010. At the time of her death, Barbara was in the receiving level, at the dessert level. In case you don't know the structure of the gifting table, at the bottom there were 8 appetizers. Above that, 4 soup or salads. Above that, 2 entrees. And at the top was the dessert. And that's where Barbara was. She was getting ready to receive a gift of $40,000 because each woman down there at the appetizer level paid $5,000 to be part of the table. If you have any information pertaining to who killed Barbara Hamburg, please contact the Madison Police Department at 203-245-2721 or through the website that Madison created, which is barbarahamburgtips.com. I do want to say I apologize again for the crappy resolution. It is what it is, and that's all that we have. So I'm going to go through the rest of these ideas about manifesting your gift so that you have that $5,000 so that you could participate in the gifting table. Please do not send any hate to anyone mentioned in this video, anybody involved in MLM, anybody involved in Secret Sisters, Susu, or the gifting table, past, present, future. Don't do any of that, and be kind to each other in the comment section and to me. This video is based on my research, experience, and opinions. Please do your own research. Never ever stop at just one video and be like, okay, I know everything. Do your due diligence. And now let's go and see what some more of these amazing ideas were given to women so that they could manifest $5,000. In my previous video, I went through 1 through 6, those ideas of how to manifest. Now we're going to continue with number 7. Find a friend to gift you the money. There are lots of them out there. Friends take great joy in supporting each other. I absolutely believe that friends do love to support each other, but can you imagine asking someone to give you $5,000? And I'm pretty sure they'd ask you why. So what do you tell them? I mean, this is all secret and everything. Would you say like, oh, it's for this gifting table? Or do you have to come up with some other excuse? But how comfortable would you be asking someone for $5,000? Ask 5 friends to lend you $1,000 each and offer to pay them back $2,000 when you are gifted. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine that? Even asking someone for $1,000. Would you be comfortable in doing that? And what do you think they would say when you tell them, oh, but I'll pay you back $2,000? And then what's going to happen when you never make it to that dessert position? And there you are, you're owing all these people money. If you are in a service business of any kind, offer a discounted rate for your services if people pay in advance. A massage therapist once needed to raise $4,000 to go on a cruise to Greece, which was a lifelong dream of hers. 3 weeks before the cruise, she was flat broke. She pre-sold massages in packages of 5 or 10 massages. Customers purchased 4 and got 5, or bought 8 and got 10, as long as you pay for them in advance. She raised the money in a week and went on her cruise. This idea can be applied to anyone who has a service to offer: chiropractors, landscapers, hairdressers. Offer a special discount and ask for all the cash in advance. Be creative. Okay, the example given, That person used it to go somewhere. You're looking to get this money for this gifting table. And imagine if you do offer a service. So now you're not being paid for your service that you normally would be paid. You're taking that money and you're putting it towards the table. And again, you may never make it to the dessert level. The above idea can also be used if you have a product to offer to people who buy from you on a regular basis. Rather than having them pay for items as they need it, have them prepay for a year's supply and give them a discount. Again, the same thing applies. So now, if you do have a business where you have products, instead of that money going back into your business, no. Take that money and apply it towards the gifting table. Do you see how lopsided that is? Because there's no guarantee you're going to make it to dessert, but you're going to take money out of your own pocket and give it to someone else. Split a position at the table with another woman. Then each of you only has to raise $2,500 and you can enjoy your table journey together. We'll just make it easy. You don't have to raise all of it. But isn't that problematic when the table splits? Because when the person at the dessert level is like, yep, I got my gift. Now those two entrees, they split off into two different tables. But if you're lopsided, instead of having 8 people, you have 9 people. So what if all of the people at the bottom each has, somebody they're splitting it with? Now you have 16 people? How is that going? That's going to make everything even more complex. That sounds like a terrible idea. What do you think? Number 12, acquire a second job and dedicate all of the money to your $5,000 gift. If you need a second job to get that $5,000, take that $5,000 and use it for what you need. Don't give it to a gifting table, to a susu, or any of these other kind of, gifting schemes. 13, offer to paint your neighbor's house, tutor their children, etc. Use your skills and gifts to earn extra money to get you started at the table. Again, if you're doing something on the side, a side hustle to get that $5,000 for the table, there's no guarantee that you're going to get there. And remember, this whole little thing that you're signing, it's all a pretend smoke and mirrors that you don't expect anything in return, but you do. You're expecting to get that $40,000, but they're asking you to do all kinds of things that there's no way that you'll probably ever even see that $5,000 that you gave. Number 14, take out a second mortgage on your house at today's incredibly low interest rates. Can you imagine if you're married and you go and you take out a second mortgage? Isn't your spouse going to get a little bit suspicious when you're asking them to sign some documents? Aren't they going to wonder, why do we need to do this? I mean, that just seems really odd. Now, I know people can be individual owners, but even then, can you imagine taking out a second mortgage for something that you're not using on yourself? You're literally just giving this away with no guarantee you're going to get it back. Number 15, have a raffle. Find something you wish to sell or find something that someone will donate to you. Have a raffle and sell raffle tickets to generate money. Now, not all states have rules and regulations when it comes to raffles, but some do. And I know Facebook does. So like in today's world, you couldn't do this like on your personal profile. You'd have to do it on a business page. But I think it'd be kind of janky. I mean, but can you imagine asking someone for something? Because, well, I'm trying to raise $5,000, but I'm going to have a raffle. I'm going to raffle off this, this rug that you gave me, this piece of art, whatever it is. Doesn't that just feel a bit scummy, or is it me? 16, borrow against a permanent life insurance policy. Interest rates are usually between 4 and 6%, and typically the money borrowed does not have to be repaid immediately, but you're going to have to repay it. And what happens when you don't make it to dessert? And there you are, out $5,000. Now you're in debt. Number 17, if you own a business that has receivables, often these receivables can be sold or borrowed against. This allows you to collect money now for the money that is due to you in the future. Okay, again, you're going to be collecting money from something and you're not going to be using it for your business, for yourself, for anything. You're just giving it away. You're just giving it away and just hoping you get up there to the dessert level. How many people do you think did that? Number 18, this is our last one. If you are a salesperson that earns commission, often future commissions on products that have been already sold can be borrowed against. This is particularly true if you are in real estate, where commissions typically are not paid for 60 to 90 days. They are relatively secure, being on deposit in an escrow account. This allows you to collect money now for money that is due to you in the future. It just goes back to the same thing. You're just trying to get money from somewhere where you're not going to actually be using it for yourself, for your living expenses, so you can go blow it on getting at the table. I wish I knew how many women overall within Connecticut got involved in this and how many people lost their butts, because I'm pretty sure most people didn't win. Most people never made it to the dessert level. And when I hear all of these things, it just kind of echoes to me when I was a beach body, hun. How can you get someone to get a challenge pack? Give them ideas of how they can raise some money, where they can find the money. And I just find that now that I'm on the other side, I find that so very uncomfortable and so very unethical to have that kind of a conversation with someone and make any of these suggestions. Now, all of these that I just read to you were in a handbook, so people are not necessarily telling someone, but I have a feeling like at these, little dinner parties that they had, that there were conversations about this because they had to keep on getting people in at the bottom so that the person at the top could collect money. Oftentimes, in the world of multi-level marketing, law of attraction is used, and you also hear about manifesting. I heard a lot about manifesting, which it was never like this. It was more about visualizing what you wanted, writing affirmations, acting as if. This is all just an underhanded way for someone else to get your money, sneak into your pockets, and take out the cash for themselves. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this little segment about the Gifting Table Handbook. I have one more video I think I'm going to make on it, which will be coming up relatively soon. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about all of this below in the comments. Thank you so much for spending time with me. And remember, you're beautiful and I love you.